This is one of the most disgusting cases of police brutality that I've seen recently. A mentally ill woman who was naked, needed help on the street. She was approached by two police officers who then tortured her, filmed it, and one of them shared the footage with his friend. So this is just going to be a sort of stream of consciousness, unscripted response because I wanted to get some thoughts out quickly over lunch. So in 2023, January, this incident happened, and we've only heard about it yesterday because the two officers have been convicted. So they approached a woman who had no clothes on. She was having a mental health episode on the street, and instead of helping her, they kicked her in the face, they stomped on her, they used pepper spray on her face and genitals and wounds, grazes on her back, and they dragged her by the hair. They filmed the whole thing, and there was CCTV footage, and one of the officers shared that body cam footage with his colleague because he thought it was really funny. And this prompts me to think about a few things. One, that reminds me of Zachary Rolfe. We learned recently in the Northern Territory. He was a cop who also filmed brutal arrests where he was using unnecessary force on Aboriginal people. He thought it was funny and he shared that body cam footage with his friends and family. So this reminds me as well of a video I made a couple of months ago about some of the downsides of body cam technology. And I think this speaks to that. You know, are the police using it to help anyone, or is it just another tool that they can use to brutalize and mock people? So also about how technology is actually used, there's the pepper spray. We're always told with less lethal weapons that it's about an alternative to firearms and that it actually saves lives. But in this case, this was never a situation where they were going to shoot somebody, hopefully. They used it to inflict pain. And so the pepper spray is a torture device. And that's so often how it's used, how tasers and handcuffs are also used. And the third thing was, we only heard about this yesterday, but it happened more than 2 years ago. The reasoning will be that there was a media blackout. They didn't want to prejudice the trial. And I do appreciate that. But that standard is not applied consistently because the police hold so much information initially and they decide what gets shared and what doesn't. We didn't hear about two of their own committing this horrible atrocity for years. But they will happily share images of people that are wanted for crimes that they haven't been convicted of, or they'll bring their pet media along for drug raids and things like that. So the flow of information from the police isn't really about justice, it's about propaganda. And we should bear that in mind when we see media stories and worry about all the stuff that's never making it into the media because it gets covered up by the police.